The volume of data being created and exchanged across the world is growing rapidly. But so is our need for managing that data, both securely and efficiently. Today I'm speaking to Pavel Bains. He is the CEO of Bluzelle. And I'm about to find out, is blockchain the holy grail of data management that we've all been waiting for? Pavel, welcome. Pavel, you are a futurist and you're an investor in exponential technologies. Your company Bluzelle describes blockchain as the new internet. That's a really bold statement to make. Is blockchain really that significant?
Well, we think so. It's the core infrastructure to build the new internet. And by that we mean the current internet that we have is really centralized and grew too fast, so there's many points of attack which has brought the internet down. Data's been leaked. With the blockchain being a decentralized technology, it allows us to recreate that internet and make it decentralized, so these data breaches and security issues aren't there anymore.
What areas are we going to be seeing blockchain being used? Can you share some real-world examples from Bluzelle?
Good one is that we find is supply chain and trade finance. So in trade finance, that's all about movement of goods and bank lending the manufacturer money to produce something to sell to somebody else, and they want to get paid at a certain point. Right now, all that takes a lot of time. Now, if you use the blockchain and smart contracts, the contract's built at the same time. It says that this letter of credit was issued to somebody else, all the parties involved. So every time it hit a touch point, which once again ties into IoT, that could trigger that the good moved from point A to point B. Person signed off on it, the blockchain recognized it, the smart contract informed everybody at the same time that everything's being done. So once it gets to the end point, everything's been checked off and payment can be issued to the original person.
How is blockchain going to change the financial industry over the next 5 to 10 years?
A couple ways. So one is new customers, so more people coming to the finance industry. Everybody does better because people are able to buy more goods and increase the standards of living. Those are facts. So if you're in finance and you can build a better KYC product that allows people to onboard faster, which the blockchain can do, now you can onboard more customers. Giving them access to blockchain-based payment systems or cryptocurrencies allows them to basically use money quicker and consume it quicker, borrow, lend, and all those things. The other part is on the back end for finance industry. So like we said, trade finance can improve drastically just speed and efficiency by using blockchain and smart contracts. And then, large payment wires, instead of it taking like days to weeks to validate and come true, you can do it in seconds.
Okay, let's talk about regulatory frameworks. Where does blockchain fit into all of that? Are current regulatory frameworks going to have to adjust?
They definitely will. They had to adjust to the internet and say, hey, here's a new medium of communication, new way businesses are running. We have to see how that applies to our current world and update the regulatory tactics to there. Same thing will happen with blockchain. How does that change certain things? How money moves? They're gonna have to start figuring out how do the regulatory rules, are they caught up to the blockchain world or not? My hope is that because blockchain is decentralized, validated by outside parties, it takes a lot of that heavy work out, and the regulatory bodies will be like, hey, it's actually a bit self-governing. We don't actually have to do that much work. We just have to change some of the rules around it.
Is using this technology going to give smaller companies the ability to compete with the larger, more established players in the financial market?
In non-financial, I think it will, because new companies always have an advantage of adopting new technologies, moving forward. Look at Instagram and Kodak, right? They destroyed that entire business. When it comes to the finance world, I think it's a bit different, and that's where people have different viewpoints than other people. Because I think banking, insurance has hundreds of years of trust. It's people's livelihood, their money. They're not going to just give that to a startup just like that. It's a whole different ballgame. So with that, I see that startups should work with banks as partners. So if they can go to a bank and say, hey, we've improved the way a certain product works using the blockchain, instead of you guys building it, investing all that, why don't you just partner up with us, let us reach that audience, and then there's revenue that can be shared.
Pavel Bains, thank you very much for talking to us and enlightening us about blockchain.
Well, thank you for letting me come on and talk about these things.